Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ellison, and from the Great Plateau of Hyrule, I'd like to welcome you back to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Last time we began our adventure in earnest, trying to piece together the events of the past so we could find out what's happening in the present. We stumbled upon an old man who seems to know a lot more than he's letting on, and so we raided his house and plagiarized his recipe book. For good effect, because it allows us to obtain the warm doublet, which we are going to need in order to ascend the Mount Hylia section of this area, I believe is what it's called. But in between recording sessions, I didn't do much exploring just yet, but I did notice that there was this chest here. And should we decide to bust it open, there are 5 bomb arrows, which is incredible and very helpful. Usually the perimeter of the plateau don't offer too much in terms of treasure, but occasionally you might find some Koroks and things like that. I also took on the lovely bokoblins that were camping over there by way of courser bees and using them as a distraction, but that's about it. So he seems to have gone off and minded his own business elsewhere, or no, he's back at it. All right, well, good for him. I also cooked a couple of safety meals for the road, just in case, because I really don't want to be caught, you know, without anything to my name to heal myself. So we're probably going to need it. But we'll go and cut this down. 2 Korok leaves, which is very surprising. And we will try to make our ascent here. With only a single stamina bar, this might prove to be a little tricky, but I did make a couple of elixirs. I didn't want to go too crazy early on, just because I don't want to go so far out of my way knowing I'm able to just replenish my stamina whenever. But we are going to be moving pretty slowly here, which is a bit of a shame. You can jump, but like I said, you're sort of sacrificing distance for speed. So if you know you can make it, you might as well just try and jump for it. But some of these hand-holdy ledges are just a little out of our reach. We're going to grab a couple of these rushrooms. That's what they're called, right? Because that feels natural. Yeah, rushroom. And we'll take a little break here, and we'll keep on going. So we have 2 of our runes so far, and I'm not sure what the intended order to do this in is. I know that it's sort of encouraged to do things differently, but I don't know if this is the most effective. We have the bomb and the magnetism, so that generally seems to be pretty good for me, since these other 2 are slightly less useful. This one, I think, in particular, being the worst offender of the early game, but people go crazy with it in Tears of the Kingdom, so maybe there is a case to be made about going for this one first. I just think it takes a little bit too long to get it set up, and then there's also some very annoying shrines to contend with. So should we, yeah, let's go this way. So you can take like a little jump at the wall, and sometimes Link will do like a little shimmy up and like kick himself up a little bit. And it's kind of cute, but let's just focus on not falling here. Here we go. I probably don't need to be super cautious, but, you know, falling down without any way of breaking our fall, or otherwise, you know, gliding down nicely and gently so we don't break our dainty little ankles as we have a tendency of doing. Yeah, it's better safe than sorry. But welcome to our new shrine, Owadime. Not bad. So I love the time of day here. God, when it starts raining, that's when we'll be in trouble. But hopefully that doesn't happen for a very long time. When it's raining, obviously everything is going to be so much more slippery, and you just don't want to deal with it. So let's see what we have here in our next trial in the Shrine of Owadime, in the name of the goddess Hylia. This is the Stasis Trial. Ladies and gentlemen, we have obtained stasis. Stop the flow of time for an object while storing its kinetic energy. The stored energy will act upon the object when the flow of time resumes. Making good use of the stored energy can move even the largest of objects. This is great. In the early game, this ability is a little limited, but later on, spoilers, you can upgrade your runes eventually. You will be able to stop enemies, and that is where it's going to be very helpful. But the stronger they are, the more likely it is that, well, they're going to break through it faster, and it has quite the cooldown. So if you stop it prematurely, then it'll help it, but what's nice is that you can stop things from virtually any distance. It just wouldn't make much sense to do it. Actually, maybe not. From pretty far away. We can leave that there. And start it again. Is there an item behind it? There might be. There we go. That'll be dangerous in a minute. Let me just go and snag this treasure now. And we've got a traveler shield, a sturdy shield loved by many an adventurer. It is made of animal hide and sturdy wood and is best suited to defending against weak monsters or animals. Cool. Good stuff. We'll actually go behind this one since there will never be more than one of these rolling stones all at once. And oh god, the infamous iron sledgehammer. Originally used for mining, but it works reasonably well as a weapon too. Indeed, this is what you might want to consider having on hand if you're a fan of stasis, because when a thing is frozen, you'll have to hit something over and over to get it to move out of the way. So if we go and have the sledgehammer equipped, then we can stop time here and then just move this out of the way. Yeah, some people might remember that one shrine that you have to aim a tiny ball into a hole for, but if you hit it enough, then you'll just send it going flying. Might have been slightly overkill, but that's alright by me. Was that all here? I know usually there's at least just one chest in most of the shrines, but that was a little easier than I thought it would be, so thank you. Man, I love that effect. I don't know why. We have another spirit orb. That is 3 of 4. And we're actually on our way to the next one. So that's nice. But this is where it's going to get a little scary since we have the elements working against us. Oh, okay. Looks like everyone's coming to life now. Excuse me. Here, let me just... All right, so let me just... Can I take care of you, please? Don't go to the body. Oh my goodness. Well, he has kind of a good weapon, I think. But give me your guts, please, and your fangs. So they dropped a new type of weapon. These are traveler spears, used mainly by travelers to fend off wolves and other beasts. It's easy to hold and simple to use. Sounds good to me. I think I'll actually take this in service of that. And they hardly dropped anything. So over here, we have our first sort of test that we could use this on. What's nice is you can also use bombs, but they're pretty weak and won't necessarily be great for this. So maybe if I do like 1 or 2 swipes. These things are pretty durable, but I still want to make sure that I don't, you know, go to town on it. And here we've got a traveler's bow. Really? Well, at least I can hold it. Sheesh. Okay, so I suppose we continue our ascent from here. I don't think it's entirely necessary, since we could possibly just go around through the front gate, but I like coming in from this way because we get the jump on a couple of jerks who are up to no good, and they're conniving and coming up with some shenanigans to ruin my day. Hopefully this is the correct direction. Let's see. Alright, so when you hear the music change like this and you can see Link in his breath, that sort of indicates to you that we're in a cold place. And, oh god, there's some sleeping bokoblins. I'm just gonna go up here. Yeah, I don't think we necessarily need to fight them, but might not be the worst idea. I can make that. Yeah. So it doesn't look like... There is a chest over there, actually, so... maybe I'll check it out. I do want to try to start getting into some better equipment, but I don't want to waste it too much. So hold on. There's this over here. Oh, and there's also those. Okay. So I believe our next shrine is over there beyond that hill, but this is not going to do anything. Okay. Well, let me go around. Yeah, that literally accomplished nothing. Unless I stasised it and did something funny, but yeah, I'm not known for that. So they're sleeping here. You know, I could probably toss a bomb down there if these don't connect fully. Let me try this. Fellas, fellas, oh fellas. Let's try this. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Slightly unnecessary, I think, then. If I can just blow it up by touching it. Are you guys, nope. Oh, I might have gotten one, I think. This guy, he's confused. It's like, what the hell? We shouldn't have slept under that damn rock. Okay, I don't want to do too much, but if I can keep them separated, that will help. I must have gotten the third. You got it bad. All right, sir. So unfortunately, with weapons like spears, you can't use your shield, but that's all right. His bat is also on fire, which you want to be really careful for. Fire in this game is pretty gnarly, and if you use it just right, you could take out some really tough enemies with it too. But I don't mind just throwing in a couple of cheap punk shots here. Oh, what are you thinking? You're gonna go back to sleep after all that, friend? If something is on fire for too long, though, it will eventually just burn out. So, here we go, here we go. Oh yes, with the weakest weapon I have. Just absolutely planned. Nice. So I thought, didn't you guys, that's not the same chest, is it? Yeah, it is. All right, that's a bit unfortunate. Your friends over here? No, I thought they had a metal chest. Well, there's a couple of arrows at least. That'll help. Surely. Here. Sometimes it's a good idea just to sort of scan the environment with your magnesis, just so that you can see metal objects. I could have sworn I saw a metal shield or thing. God, fellas. Okay. Oh, and you're throwing rocks. That's not cool. How about this? Can you give me a rebate on the guts that I earned? I would appreciate it. Or possibly not. I might just pick up one of these lovely little dancing magic phalanges once this is all done. God. Yeah, this might be bad. I could also just avoid these guys. I don't think there's any reason for me to be here specifically. I could just steal their treasure and be on my way. I don't think I need their items that much. But, yeah, there we go. I think depending on what you're standing on, whether it be like snow or grass, your footsteps are taken into effect. And yeah, I think we're fine. You also want to watch out for the water here. I think it goes without saying, but freezing cold water is not good for the nerves. More arrows. Nice. Okay, well, I think our job here is done. So, should I? Yeah, I'll probably leave it. Is that a Korok, you reckon? Under that rock over there? Oh, these guys are gonna wake up. How do you guys sleep in the cold like this? Aren't you freezing? These are the temperatures that I prefer to sleep in, but man, you'd think they'd at least have like a thin blanket or something. All right, let's see it. Nothing. All right. I remember early on when I first played this, I believe before any DLC even came out, it was a while ago, and it was on the Wii U, and one of the first rocks that I ever picked up had a fairy under it, and I've been searching for that high ever since. I was like, oh, this must be a pretty common occurrence, but as it turns out, no, it is very uncommon to find fairies under rocks, and so every time I see one, I'm just like, maybe just the one time there might be one. Oh, I don't know. Oh God, please don't be oh my, this is gonna be terrible, I fear. We might need to skip this guy, or we might need to play some tricks on him, because we've got ourselves a dark blue, or some might say black Bokoblin. And it looks like he might have something terrible. I don't like that. So I could probably just hit him off, no? Let's make sure we switch on back to the bombas. And he's gone. Thank you for the shield, brother. Oh, God. The spiked Boko shield, made of slightly stronger wood and reinforced with animal bones. And of course I can't freaking hold that. All right, well, he's gone. Or he's gonna be coming back. So let me go ahead and swap out my inventory. I don't think I need this. This is probably close to dead. I might as well just take this for right now. And in case we need the extra firepower, I will swap to that. But possibly not immediately. Oh, great. We've got some amber. Not the amber. Oh, God. And he picked mine up. There you go. Get out of here. Okay, how about this? So sometimes, I think I mentioned it before, yeah, they'll avoid the bombs if at all possible. Oh, God. He is catching up. Okay. Not today. Oh, and my weapon's broken? That's no bueno. How about this? How about we go and take this out? Thought that was it. Thought that was it, man. Do you have a friend behind you? Here we go. We'll take him out. Ooh, and with a strong sword too. There we are. Don't you dare disappear. The spiked Boko club is reinforced, made to maximize damage. So, not a bad trade-off there. He's mad though. All right, here, let me swap something slightly, there we go, less important. There we are. God, these guys are terrifying. But they usually drop some pretty good loot, so that's good. This is the shield I just dropped. So it's smart of them to pick the things up that I dropped too. It's kind of crazy how, I don't know, reactive everybody here is. It's wild. All right, let me see. Is there anything up here? Good place to sort of get our bearings straight, avoid most other enemies, and let's take a look. There's probably something up there. Ooh, and up there too. So if you come here without the doublet, you just want to make sure that you have plenty of cold-resistant food from all the spicy peppers you hopefully picked up. And without spoiling too much, I might have mentioned this also, but there is a second layer of coldness that we'll have to contend with in the future. And so having just the warm doublet might not be enough to cut it. As a matter of fact, there are other items that can help your resistance to the cold. So that's good. Oops, and then I fell, because why not? All right, let me find a slightly more efficient way of climbing this. I have a tendency of accidentally hopping up when I have no reason to. I think because one of the first things that I maxed out in this game was my stamina, so I just never thought about it. But what's kind of a shame is you can never have full stamina and full heart containers in the same playthrough. You'll have to like sacrifice one for the other, which is kind of annoying, but it makes sense. And we'll talk about that a little later. I could have sworn there would have been a Korok up there at least. Otherwise, I wouldn't have wasted our time doing nothing. Okay. Well, speaking of, take a look at the old Magnesis. Anything in charge here? Nothing? Yeah, looks like it. We'll probably end up avoiding maybe more fights. I feel like there might be another camp that's sort of guarding this little section up here. But we'll take a look. Before we start taking any crazy shortcuts, we'll just see. Verify our sources and whatnot. But also, wait a minute. I want to be kind of careful here, because there could sometimes be rolling rocks and or snowballs. That's a little scary. So let's go and, yeah, I might just go and take this farmer's pitchfork right now. And there's nothing up here. Oh, surely there must be a Korok then, in that case. If not, then I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing with our lives? Thank you. Oh, hello. You are not a Korok. I enjoy gazing out at the world from here. Yeah, it's a pretty breathtaking view. This may be the best place to get a full view of the entire plateau. Use the scope to look for shrines, and when I locate one, place a pin on it. Cool. I will certainly make sure to do that. Oh, and there's Amber here. Not bad. That's kind of cute. Cool. All right. Well, for some reason, I was under the impression that he... Yeah, one more until I can have his paraglider. I was under the impression that he taught us how to shield surf here, but I think, let me see if I can remember how to do it. So if we jump and then shield parry, then we'll ride on our shield, but it's pretty gnarly. There we go. Oh my God. And depending on your surface, you are gonna mess up the durability of your shield. I think snow is the best one to do it on, but grass and rocks are pretty bad, as well as just dirt. So, yeah, you might want to be a bit careful for that. Hello. This is kind of an inconspicuous little spot. I'm going to be throwing, you know, completing these stone circles. Why not? You're going to be seeing a lot of these and searching for these damn boulders. Don't toss that. Will I make it? No. Or wait. Yes. Okay. I guess I'll take it. It was kind of like a Hail Mary. Didn't really complete it, but that's all right. So, yeah, let's shield slide to the other side. Oh, this is, it's so funny. Oh God, there is someone over here. But not a bad way to make a quick getaway. No way. No way, there's actually something else here. All right. Hooray for voice cracks. Oh, this must just be like treasure, huh? We've got, ooh, 5 bomb arrows. That's really still very good. Shoot, that is a chunk of ice. How am I supposed to melt that? Yeah, that's kind of scary. So if we wanted to, we could probably avoid the small camp over here, but it might be worth just sort of taking them out just before we enter our final shrine for this area. Oh, there it is, just materializing out of nowhere. Do you see that? That's crazy. I don't think there's anything you necessarily can do with these. I wonder though, no. I mean, you'd think that they would put like cement blocks in them so people in their stupid SUVs don't try to run them over. Did you hear about that? There was someone who drove through a snowman and he like tried to take legal action against the people who built it because there were like cement blocks in the middle of them, presumably to stop people from doing that. So, I don't know, might just be me. I don't like the fact that there are 3 of them, and doesn't really seem like there's much else to do about that. So maybe I just frag out. Frag out. Oh, and I missed. Okay, that's fine. As long as we, oh my God. He's just chucking a freaking barrel at me, man. Oh yeah, this pitchfork is not bad. All right, here, how about this? Oh geez. Roll back to me, my friend. There we are. Yeah, as long as we keep them somewhat separated, we might be fine. They're fighting over shit. All right. Yeah, the range on that is pretty gnarly. I mean, in a pinch, the iron sledgehammer could go pretty damn hard here, but I'll go over this one. Nope. Okay. This shield is almost done. And he's just... Thank you. Oh my God. They are busting me up like no one's business. Here, how about this? Flurry rush with the most awkward camera angle? Why not? Ooh, look at that. Oh, and the dodge to the side. Oh, this guy had no idea. Not usually the safest bet there. I'll take that just in case. But, God, this barrel has seen better days. Not the intended method of use. Was there anything in there? Sometimes there's some rupees in there, but not this time. Which is a damn shame. Huh. Well, so far, this place has been slightly disappointing. Once we get down to the water, there's a ton of stuff down there, too. So I just want to make sure my inventory is nice and cleaned up for that. But in the meantime, we can munch on this seared steak. Very nice. It's like the perfect amount, too. So, yeah, I guess I probably could have taken a look while we were at the peak there, but I think I'll probably go and explore the water because I think there's quite a bit of stuff in there, but obviously it's too cold to go skinny dipping, so we'll make sure that we temper our expectations. And you'll also notice there's a chest in the middle of this water here, but because it's made of wood, we're not necessarily able to grab it. So kind of a shame, but we'll get into that once we finish our 4th shrine. The Kenamut. Nice. Not, not the best at pronouncing these things, but show me someone who is well versed in the Hylian language, please. By all means, lead the way. Delicious. Welcome, my friends, to the Shrine of Kenamut. This is the trial of 1,000 centuries, Cryonis. And this one is pretty crazy. With the power of Cryonis, we can create a pillar of ice from a water surface that are very stable. These pillars can be used as stepping stones or as obstacles. Use Cryonis on an ice pillar to break it. This has quite a lot of uses that you might not necessarily think would be appropriate, but anytime you see any body of water, all you have to do is freeze, and then you'll be able to climb on whatever surface that you create and, you know, use it as a stepping stone. It's very helpful, and I'm very glad we have it. I don't know how often you ever really need to use it as an obstacle or to lift gates like this, but that's something you could do. Oh yeah, I knew it. I knew there was gonna be some jerk in here. All right. I don't know why they put him in here. If he wants to turn around, I might be able to bully him for a second. Hello. Maybe so that I can use it as a shield, maybe? Here. Like something like that. That's terrifying. Yeah, I'm just gonna like take it easy from afar. There we go. Interrupt him a little bit, and done. Hey. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're supposed to use it on it, but probably not. Oh, and then we can just do this. So I believe you can only have 3 of these pillars up at the same time, and whatever your oldest one is, as long as you're not stepping on it, will disappear. So there is obviously never mind. I don't know. I was gonna make an elderly joke, but I feel like a lot of boomers are getting beat up lately, so might not be the wisest thing.